Hey class, my name is Deonka Kine and I'll be talking to you about the causes and consequences of the students' rebellions of the 1960s and 1970s. Causes of the students' rebellions. There are many causes of the students' rebellions in the 1960s and 1970s. Here are a list of some of the causes. In the 1960s, most college students believed that marijuana was the most people's choice as a recreational drug. New views on sex and drugs were the only sign of growing youth. Young people questioned authority and chose to be rebellious to change the thinking of their elders. Also, lyrics and songs in the 1960s influenced the young people to be rebellious. Some students actually wanted to make a change in their universities. Here are some of the consequences. The rebellions of students caused a lot of consequences. Some of these consequences were students started throwing events for young people with music, drugs, and sex involved. The student rebellion became a protest movement. European states began to get better equality of opportunity and higher education by reducing fees, and universities experienced a lot of students from the middle and lower classes. Enrollments grew a lot in France. By 1965, enrollments increased to 14.5%. Here are some of the other consequences. Classrooms were overcrowded. Education that students believed were irrelevant caused students to revolt. Some protests were disruptions in American universities in the middle of the 1960s. Some protests were started by students who had different views on the Vietnam War. Also, there were professors who paid no attention to their students. And here is a picture of students protesting during the students' rebellions. By reading this section, it showed me that teens in the 1960s had strong beliefs and they protested for it. They wanted social change and they did anything necessary to get what they want by throwing events, protesting, and even forming reform organizations. If you believe in something, you should fight for it. And I totally agree with what these students fought for. And this concludes my presentation, and I hope you enjoyed and were able to learn a few things about the students' rebellions in the 1960s and 1970s.